Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Bug Fables playthrough. On the last episode we did a little bit of side questing in order to get some of the missions or some of the side missions in order to get some of the rewards. In this episode we're going to continue doing some side questing, and I've only just started the video, so I'm not going to be editing this part out because I want to use this opportunity to talk about a few things when it comes to this game, as I've been talking more on dialogue rather than the game itself. So, first thing that I want to talk about is there are many different strategies in which you can do to play this game. The main strategy that I like to do though is having Kabu at the front and having him as a tank, but this strategy will change later on, especially when I get to certain points in the game. The second thing that I want to tell you is that I do plan on doing some of the harder versions of the bosses in the game, but I'll be doing that later. I'm not going to switch to hard mode, I'm going to stay on easy mode for the time being. But for time being, the reason why I am staying on easy mode is because I don't want to get destroyed and have to redo the entire section again, especially if I'm not going to be saving in fear that my recording could go wrong. The next quest that I'm going to do, and I'm just going to stop on here and finish explaining. The next quest that I'm going to do is going to be I want a new taste. So, before you do this one, you need to cook a hearty breakfast. You cannot complete this quest without it. If you do not cook a hearty breakfast, you cannot do this quest. Now, we saw where Chuck was in episode 2, so I will meet you guys over where Chuck is, unless something interesting happens on the way, because I'm just going to be walking through this gate. So, I'll catch you guys whenever something interesting happens, or at Chuck. Okay, we've made it roughly to where Chuck is. I'm just going to speak to this guard here. Ugh, this post is so boring. No one ever comes here now that that artifact has been found. At least the old bug that lives nearby says hi sometimes. But yeah. So Chuck is just over here. Nothing really interesting happened. The only thing that did is I got an aphid egg from a seedling and a few berries, of course, but other than that, nothing else really happened. Grumble. Chuck, we saw your posting on the quest board. Oh, it's you guys. Ya did? Any luck? I'm starving. He wants a hearty breakfast. Oh my dear goodness, it's beautiful. Chomp chomp. You, thanks. You're always helping me out. I was so desperate I ate a raw mushroom. Never really liked them. No problem. The breakfast platter is one of our favourites. A bit too savoury for me. I've got a better reward for you this time. The mighty pebble metal grants Kabu the pebble toss skill, which can target an airborne enemy. That might look like a plain rock, but it packs a punch, just like me when I don't have food. Thank you, Chuck. It was nice to see you again. Be safe now. If you ever feel tired, I'd be glad to lend my place to you. Okay, so this mighty pebble badge is very useful. I will be equipping it. The next thing is we have one more quest where we need to, not that one, library, lost toy. So we need to find a lost toy. Some midges stung me in the tunnel down south, so I dropped my ball and ran away. Please help me find it. Okay, I'm going to cut back to when I get back to Ant Kingdom, and then I'll show you the route in which you go to get this quest, because, well, you may not know where it is. We have been near it before, but we haven't actually been to where it is, so I will cut back to basically where I was near at the start of the episode, so see you guys in just a moment. Okay, I've made it back to the stump where I just was. For this quest, we're going to want to head down. I'm not going to cut this bit out because I want to show exactly where to go, and there is going to be something that we encounter here as well. And I will still be fighting all the enemies as well, so some of you may be wondering why my EXP is slightly different. It's because I've been fighting all the seedlings. But I feel that this is going to be the last episode of questing, so that's a good thing at least, because it means I can actually get on with Chapter 2. Gosh, they dropped a lot of berries. Okay, there's a few enemies too much here, so I will be using a skill. I gotta save a bit of TP though. Right, I think that's the last regular enemy, because before we complete this quest we actually get a little bit of story progression. Somebody help! I told you, you savages! I don't know anything! The renowned Professor Neolith doesn't know anything? Spill the beans about the artifacts or pay with your life. Stop! I will not allow this injustice any longer. Assaulting someone who can't even fight. You have no dignity. Stay out of this. We will eliminate anyone who gets in the way. Who do you think you are? You've made your choice. You've made your choice. To protect my friend, I'll take you down. You only have yourselves to blame for the pain you're about to suffer. Halt. Those crooks are soldiers from the Wasp Kingdom. We'll help out. It doesn't matter how many of you appear, we will complete our mission for the Wasp King. Focus your efforts on one of them, we will handle the other one. We didn't need your help, but thanks. Let's go. Okay, so here we have our first ever encounter with the Wasps. They are the main antagonists of this game. Got a Wasp Trooper here, and these enemies are no pushovers. They have quite a bit of health. They also have defense against ice, so I really should have... I'll use Leaf to spy, because he does the least damage. Oh, never mind, they have one defense. Okay, I'm gonna spy because I don't want to accidentally defeat them. Without spying. This Wasp Trooper, we wonder if he's vile or just following orders. Regardless, if it's going to shake the peace, we'll freeze him in his tracks. But you'll be seeing a lot of these, especially later on. But they have defense against ice, which is why Leaf is only doing 1 damage, because it's not a plant-based enemy. He also has 1 regular defense point, which is why V does 1 less damage. Kabu can pierce through defense. And there we go, Wasp is done. Blast it all. We underestimated them. We must report this at once. Count your blessings, explorers. You won't be so lucky next time. Thank you. It would have been a steep fight without your help. Think nothing of it. Explorers must support each other. What a scare. Thank you all so much. I really thought I'd croak before finishing my research. Neo, I'm so glad you're alright. Kabu, it was thanks to your timely appearance. This has to be fate. So, who's this Professor Neolith guy? You don't know? Professor Neolith is the leading authority in archaeology. Oh, nice to meet you. Ah, shucks. I'm not that famous. Neo and I met in the Lost Sands while I travelled to the Ant Kingdom. He helped me find my way. It was nothing, compared to saving me from that ambush. Coincidentally, I was examining this tunnel, linking the outskirts to the Golden Path. I never expected to get assaulted, although a less visited path does lend itself to it. From what I overheard, they seem to be looking for artifacts as well. I'll have to make sure to report that upon our return. The Wasps have behaved for a few moons, but they can't be planning anything good. If it's going to be this unsafe, maybe I should cancel this trip and head back. Professor, we're on a journey to the Golden Hills. We would be glad to escort you. Oh, thank you. We're on our way there as well, so we'll catch up to you eventually. Heh, it'll be a fun festival with everyone there. Let's play some of the games later, Neolith. Neo, stay safe. Let's hang out later. Okay, so... Oh, it gave me a full heal. Wonderful. So, we're gonna go in here. We've got some new enemies here. It's really hard to, get the first hit on these enemies. We'll use V to spy.
Ooh, a numbnail. I hear numbnail sedatives go for a lot of berries on the market. I'll try to take some for myself when Kabu flips out of its shell. Or flips it out of its shell.
Okay, so basically if you attack it with anyone other than Kabu, it will hide and retreat inside its shell, meaning that you cannot hit it with your other two party members. So again, Kabu is the bug to go to. We've already battled a midge. Ugh, I always forget how to pronounce these. It's a midge. So, on their own, these enemies aren't that bad, but with more of them... Okay, we'll get the other midge. But when there's two of them like this, well, we have a bit of an issue. The other one will suddenly attack. And it goes in fast. And with V being the only one who can hit airborne enemies, well, you can see the issue that we have here. Okay, that's all the enemies in the cave. And the ball is just hidden behind here. A ball with a ladybug pattern. Maybe someone lost it. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way back and deliver this ball. I'll just read the sign first. The sign is faded and you can barely make out what it says. F-R-E La Sa Ahi. Ants T Welk E. So I know what it says, but obviously people who haven't played this game before will not know what it says. Anyways, I'm going to cut and I'll meet you guys back at Ant Kingdom again. Okay, I've made it back to the Ant Kingdom, so I'll go show you where the quest needs to be handed in. And it's with this guy here. You're Todd, right? We've taken your request.
Really? Did you find my ball in the tunnel?
Yes, we did.
You really found it? Thank you. Mum won't get angry now. Please don't tell her I went out by myself either, pretty please.
Here, have this for helping me out. Sleep Resistance Medal decreases an ally's chance of falling asleep by 50%.
Alright, another good deed, another reward.
Now, stay out of trouble. Don't worry your mother.
I promise. Thanks again.
Yeah, what a nice kid. Okay, I'm gonna go put that medal on straight away, and it's going on Kabu because he's the highest chance of falling asleep. Okay, just gonna check my inventory. I have 7 items. I'm going to put a couple of them away. And then I'm going to... Actually, we'll heal up first at the inn, because V is very low on health, having just 2. And it's getting a bit dark, so I'm just going to turn my light on. And after that, I'll just deposit my items, and then I will do another cut where I get back to the tunnel, because that's where we need to go for Chapter 2, and there's no point in me walking all the way back there a second time when you've already seen it. So I will cut that out, and then I'll just carry on as usual. But first, we're going to drop these off. I'll cook them up another time. Okay, I shall meet you guys again at the tunnel, or the entrance to the tunnel, and then I'll continue from there. So see you guys in just a moment, unless of course something happens. Oh, one thing before as well. I've just done a small cut, but there's a discovery here. The first settler's statue. It's nice to see this hasn't changed. Got a nice coat of paint too.
Isn't it weird? I heard the Queen led everyone here. How come she didn't make a statue of herself?
Apparently, the Queen was heading in a different direction when this ant got lost. Rather than abandoning it, she decided to return with her people to find the ant. When they finally regrouped, they were standing in this very soil.
Huh? So this whole town was built thanks to a clumsy ant?
Life works in mysterious ways. The first Queen was extremely humble. Even if that ant hadn't gone lost, I'm sure she would have wanted this statue. It resonates with the people.
Meh. When I rule the world, every street will have my cute face in it.
Goodbye, Your Majesty. Okay, I'll meet you guys at the tunnel. Okay, I've made it back to the tunnel. Although the episode will be coming to a close very soon, because I've noticed I'm well over my time. Oh. Okay, so I think this numbnail and then these 2 midges, I pressed the wrong button, will be the last 2 enemies, or last enemies that I battle, because there is a save point just on the other end of this tunnel, and then I'll call it an episode. I'm very close to another level up, which would be really nice because I used a lot of TP because all of the seedling battles had 4 in them, so I was using my TP to fight them. I was hoping I'd get the majority of Chapter 2 recorded today, but it's not going to happen, because I've got to do editing as well, so as soon as it hits 5 my time, I will start editing videos instead. But it looks like it's going to be the next episode that I get the level up in. But that is fine. Actually, how many points did I need? Oh, no, I got it. What a perfect way to finish the episode on. Okay. Medal points for sure, because there's a lot of medals that I'm going to get soon. I don't need to upgrade health for the time being, but that will happen probably soon. Ah, we got a Numbnail Dart, which drops from Numbnails. They will put an enemy to sleep if they work. Okay, but we're going to make it up here. And just going to quickly go behind here, because there is a hidden bouncer here, which leads to this. Crystal Berry. And with that, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and catch you guys next time.